Good morning, over here from Disneyland Paris, and yesterday we're over here for a day 2 video, and you know what, it's so great to be back here. Yesterday we came down here and of course experienced loads of their attractions for my first time in just over 3 months, and you know what, it was definitely great to get back on all of them. However, today we're going to be trying out some of the more unique attractions at the park, of course including some of the Fantasyland dark rides and so much more. And yeah, today we're going to start it off with Autopia, and yeah, it's actually one of my favourite attractions at the park. Of course, it's actually pretty unique as well because you don't usually get to drive your own car, yeah, of course around like a theme park, so it's pretty cool. However, yeah, without any further ado, let's go take a ride on Autopia. Honestly, it was so great to get back onto Autopia. In my opinion, that is one of the best attractions over here at Disneyland Park. Honestly, it's so much fun, and yeah, considering by the queue, I think it's now about 45 minutes, yeah, we definitely made a good decision to head there first, but you know what, it was still a great ride. Also as well, annoyingly the car in front was going pretty slow, but you know what, it's still a really fun ride. In terms of like the theming as well is pretty good, and yeah, as I said before, you just genuinely can't really do it in a theme park. Overall, it's a fun ride, yeah, it's definitely something to experience. However, right now we're going to really head around the park and just see what else there is to do, because actually right now quite a lot of rides at the park is actually shut, and we're not really sure why it is, and in my opinion I think it could be because of the wind, because it is today a little bit windy, as you can probably hear. However, you know what, it's quite strange because even the dark rides are shut, so I don't know what's happening at the moment. However, yeah, we're just going to take a look around the park and just really see what else there is to do. So we've just experienced the Disneyland Railroad, and you know what, it was so great to get back onto that classic attraction. Honestly, it's one of my favourites here at the park, and you also get some great views over the park, especially as well when you go into the Pirates of the Caribbean section. Honestly, it's just amazing. But as you can see, we're now over here at Main Street USA, and yeah, this is one of my favourite areas of all time. The soundtrack's incredible, and overall the area is so well themed. And yeah, in my opinion, I was just saying that I wouldn't really count it as an area. I mean, if you do, it's definitely one of my favourites. But yeah, now we're going to take a look around the park and really see what else there is to do, because earlier actually Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs broke down, and yeah, they did actually go as fast shows. Of course, Disney staff are amazing, so yeah, I think we're going to use them up. And of course, go and take another ride on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs for our first time this trip. You know what, it's a good dark ride. But yeah, I'm very excited to check it out again. Oh yeah, without further ado, let's go and check out Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So we've just come off the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and you know what, I actually really enjoyed that attraction, and usually the Fantasyland dark rides aren't my favourite. However, you know what, I actually quite enjoyed that. Yeah, to be honest, like, some of the scenes were quite good, and also as well, the ride actually moved quite fast for it. Overall, you know, it's a pretty good dark ride, yeah, definitely something to experience. However, as you can see, we've now made our way over here into the second gate park, of course the Walt Disney Studios park. And yeah, this is actually a really nice park, and yeah, of course it's rated probably the worst Disney theme park out there. However, you know what, I actually really like this park. I actually think it's really nice, and of course next year, as you can see in a minute, they are actually going to be open Avengers Campus, and yeah, I believe it's the 20th of July they're opening that. And yeah, as you can see there, just the construction fences are up, and you know, we did hope to go there on this visit. Unfortunately it's not ready, but you know what, we'll definitely make another visit back here in the near future. However, I think first up we're going to head over to the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, so yeah, let's head over there. So we've just come off Cars Road Trip, and you know, that was great to get on there. Honestly, it's actually quite good fun, and yeah, of course this did replace the old tram tour, and yeah, it's basically half of it. It's roughly the same layout that it used to follow, of course, with it being shortened. However, you know, it's quite a fun ride. I do actually like the onboard audio and everything like that. Of course, as well, you do have a couple of screens, which is quite nice on there, and of course Catastrophe Canyon is great as always. However, right now we're just going to take a look around the park, and yeah, to be honest, we don't really know what to do because Ratatouille has actually just gone down. However, I'm thinking we may do RC Racer, because yeah, that's a ride which I've only ever done twice, I believe. So you know, I'm really looking forward to getting back on there. So yeah, let's get straight on to RC Racer. Okay, so instead of RC Racer, we did actually end up going on a Slinky Dog Zigzag Spin. And you know what, that is definitely my childhood ride, yeah. Honestly, when I was younger, I used to ride that so much. Of course, on my visits here to the Walt Disney Studio Park in Disneyland Paris. Honestly, in my opinion, it's actually a really fun attraction. Of course, it's nothing to shout about, and you know what, it was definitely really enjoyable. Of course though, we've now made it over here into Ratatouille. And yeah, honestly, this themed area is wonderful. Of course, it's themed all around Paris, and yeah, standing here right now, half an hour away from the city centre of Paris. Yeah, honestly, this theming really fits in. However, yeah, let's go and take a ride onto Ratatouille. So we've just got off Ratatouille, and usually that's one of my favourite attractions at the park. However, unfortunately, an hour ago, it did actually break down. The reason why I'm saying that is due to the whole of the first scene not working. Yes, that's right, the screens on the first scene weren't actually working. However, you know what, it was actually quite funny because the movements and also the wind effects were actually still on. So yeah, that was definitely quite interesting, to watch, sorry. But yeah, overall, you know, it was a fun ride. And yeah, of course, if you push aside that, the rest of the ride, of course, it's one of my favourite dark rides at the park. It has to be. It's such a great attraction. And yeah, definitely something to experience over here at the Walt Disney Studios Park. However, as you can hear behind me right now, we've now made our way over here into Toy Story Playland for a ride on RC Racer. So yeah, let's go and take a ride on RC Racer. So we've just come off RC Racer, and you know what, it was so great to get back onto that attraction. And even though it is a very short cycle, you know what, it's definitely fun to experience. However, as you can see now, we've made our way outside of the Walt Disney Studios Park, and that's due to that park starting, I believe, at 3 or 4 hours earlier than, of course, the Disneyland park does. So as you can see, we've now made our way into Adventureland, and yeah, we have just taken a ride on Indiana Jones and the Temple of Peril. And you know what, again, it was great to get back on that attraction. We did get second to the front row, and it was a little bit more rough than the ride yesterday we had in it. You know, it's still a great coaster, and yeah, in my opinion, it's still a fun ride to do here at Disneyland Park. However, now we're gonna make our way over to Pirates of the Caribbean to experience that dark ride, because honestly, this area is just phenomenal, and yeah, that ride is also great as well. So yeah, let's go make our way over to Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, so we've just finished up our day over at Disneyland Park, and you know what, it was so great to get back over to that park again. Honestly, we got so many night rides done, of course, including Indiana Jones at night, which was amazing, and also as well Big Thunder Mountain in the back row. And honestly, in the back row on Big Thunder Mountain is my personal favourite seat on the ride. And even though the front row, you do get some nice views of the back row, just the airtime down the drops, yeah, it's pretty insane. But overall today, of course, day 2 over here at Disneyland Paris on this trip. You know what, it's been great to get back to the parks again. Of course, Walt Disney Studio Park, we did sort of go in for about 2 hours, I think. And you know what, it was actually really nice to go in there. Unfortunately, we couldn't get on Crush's Coaster. You know what, it was still really nice to get in there, of course, to ride stuff like RC Racer, Tower of Terror, and all that sort of stuff. You know, it was actually really nice to get in there. Overall, the day's been great. However, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.